started.
Just fueling up, Lewis, ahead of this classic. Okay, I'm healed. Woo! What's this? Dav Shadow Shaman?
Peregrine, Erwintrude, Flax, welcome back to
Meriadoc Lewis.
Scrub Dota. We have unnamed Russians on Techies and Shadow Fiend. We have Daff on Shadow Shaman. We have some Roman numerals. We have all caps Jesus. We have Hassan.
We have a lad called Immense Loss.
Which
is
how I feel
name.
playing Dota. We have Slag on the Disruptor.
We got safe lane hoodwink.
We can pray that this
We got
will work.
Drow off lane. Drow go safe.
Okay, maybe they're a stack.
No, they're not. They're just gibbons.
They're just gibbons.
They're just gibbons.
They're just gibbons.
What is this fog? I don't want fog.
Oh, I put
fog.
new fog. Sorry, I've got the custom fog on. Obviously,
that's really weird.
Sorry.
Goodness me.
It's weird, isn't it? Look, can you see it?
Yeah, no, I've never seen this before. This is going to trigger me greatly.
Labyrinth fog.
I hate it. So this is going to be great for a number of reasons. First of all, when Daff sent us this game, he said this is an absolute classic, and I was like, okay. And there is a techies in the game, so I know that Goonery is afoot.
Wow.
So also, Shadow Shaman is a hero that I've played a lot. I know you've played. It's probably your most played hero. There is a lot happening so far here. Dire are going to get a lot of runes.
His thing on no one. Everyone is all over the place. Wraith King ran in to grab that rune and got away with it.
I think Dire got all 4 runes. That is hilarious.
Oh,
there was no communication there in the team at all. So this SF has taken Raise level 1, which you can see that big kajong that he does. It does a lot of damage, and if you get hit by all the raises, it's bonus damage from each raise.
Wow, that's new.
So he might be able to get him here. He legit can kill him.
Oh!
There it is!
Well, this bodes poorly.
It does.
So Raise is a QW and E. Q is close range.
Short, medium, and long range raises. So the reason it shouldn't be too bad for Ember Spirit because of Flame Guard. So Shadow Raise is magical damage, as we can see, and what is Ember Spirit has? Flame Guard. So as long as that's up, if he maxes this first, it will absorb 500 magic damage, which is basically all 3 raises. You know, he would need to land them all to do some damage.
The problem is that Flame Guard doesn't last that long, and he has to guess when it's going to come.
Well, when the first one hits him, he turns on his Flame Guard. It lasts 20 seconds.
I see, okay.
Because the first one is going to be annoying, don't get me wrong, 160 damage, but then you activate your Flame Guard, you're not going to take a huge amount. See there, the Flame Guard absorbed a lot of that, but this is what he can't do. It's just fucking stand here taking them. This is awful. Oh my god, why did you turn around? You utter goon! Gibbon!
He's
panicking. The current meta, by the way, is that you don't go for the Raise build on Shadow Fiend. The current meta is for people to they've killed Sand King.
He's got shackles. Here we go. Drow not using any of her spells, but there we go. The shock is enough. Dav, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
You are beautiful.
The current meta is that you go for right-click Shadow Fiend, because if you look at Presence of the Dark Lord, it reduces the armor of nearby enemies.
It's like having an inbuilt Desolator.
It is, and it is a lot when he maxes. It's -7. So to give you some idea, that would put Ember Spirit on -4 armor, which means your right-clicks are punishing.
Yeah,
the only thing is it doesn't let you farm as quickly. It's so much. Yeah, it's so much damage. And if you look at Necro Mastery, it does extra damage per soul and stuff like that. And it also is very useful for your team for the enemy to just have no armor and affects buildings. And it's a huge AoE. 1200 is basically the screen. So if you have a team that has any right click, Wraith King, for example, who might build a Desolator, conceivably, your enemy team is going to have hardly any armor against all this physical damage, and they will melt.
That's really, really interesting. Obviously, Shadow Fiend's other ability is to get stacks of this Necromastery and hit harder, right?
Yes. So every time he kills a creep,
or denies,
he gets extra damage. Or denies, yes. So killing a creep, yep, that counts as a kill. So you can see that the stacks now, he's got it up to 14. The max levels is 14 at the level that he's currently got it. But when he maxes that, that's 4 extra damage per soul. And you can have 20. That's 80 extra damage when he's got them all. He can then release them in the Requiem of Souls. which does a ridiculous amount of damage, especially if you're right on top of the enemy.
And
it is huge,
everyone.
And it fears them. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at our hero Dav here. Oh, here comes Techies. Blammo!
This is so annoying, actually, to
It
deal
is.
with. Oh, especially the sanking that. It's so frustrating. Oh, Dav's put a little. Oh no, Dav! Why are you standing in the fog? In the sand? He wants you to stand in the sand.
God, Drow, like, what are you doing?
She's just watching. She's just watching.
So Dav was doing that because I think he thought with his ward down they can kill the Sand Kungan. So Sand King is one of my favorite heroes. I've been playing him a lot, and I'm playing him mid lately occasionally as well, just for a laugh. He's a really good hero. He farms very quickly for an offlaner because of Sandstorm. You saw that big load of sand. Does AoE damage to creeps, and if you can farm huge stacks very early on with a few levels in Sandstorm because you're invisible in Sandstorm. The creeps cannot see you. So if you go to farm, say, a huge stack of Ancients, what ends up happening... Oh, here we go. Oh, he just missed. A little bit of coordination there and they kill. But obviously these guys don't believe in teammates. So the Sandstorm, you can see it's a big AoE. You can farm very large stacks and the creeps will not hit you because they can't see you. So in their mind, you don't exist.
Get the fucking farm, Drow. You're Drow. You're literally Drow. How can you be this bad at farming and play Drow?
Oh my god.
So bad. Fuck's sake, man.
Top lane is wild, by the way. Most of the kills have been in the top lane.
Yeah,
with Hoodwink
it's been
versus
looping.
Disruptor.
Hoodwink is a hero that I haven't played much. In fact, I haven't played her at all. Can be very strong with items, but people tend to play her as a 4 and still build Maelstrom and shit like that and build her as a right clicker. And it just comes a point where if you don't get mega farmed and mega leveled, she doesn't feel very impressive. Her ult is a skill shot though, which is kind of rare and kind of fun. There aren't many skill shots in Dota. It's more about, timing and target selection than it is about literally having to land your spell. Most spells in Dota are you click on the enemy hero and it lands. There's her little coconut which bounces around and stuns. This could be trouble. Oh, he's glimpsed her to his own death. Well done. She might escape here. She does not. This is very bold from the Wraith King. He is 100% dead. Yeah, there we go. Double kill for Undying.
Well, Undying's
if you're a strength
tough
hero
boy to fight in the lane, especially when he's got his tombstone down, because those zombies slow you. They do a lot of damage over time, especially if you don't deal with that tombstone.
It pumps out zombies in an AoE. The zombies chase you down. It is a long cooldown, but each of the zombies does damage, and the longer you're in the area, the more zombies spawn. And as your health gets lower, the zombies go into a frenzy and attack faster and chase you further.
I know that.
So they're very scary. We have a Drow range, a very typical pub game pick, because you can farm with her and keep your distance, I guess, and she can become very scary. Good combo here, Drow and Shadow Shaman.
Fucking do something.
Shadow Fiend might be bot, just watch out. She's using her... Oh my god, I can't even see.
No, Drow! Just fucking do something, mate! Oh, Drow!
Oh my god.
If you look, Drow will give him bonus right click, and Shadow Shaman already clicks. He right clicks harder than she does, and he has no damage items. He has ridiculous base right click, which is why I run in mid.
It's very hard.
You run in mid.
Do you? Oh my god.
Yeah, you run in mid. You get an Ags, the game is over. if you have a pushing lineup, like if you get Ags and if you get the Shard as well and a Blink Dagger and a Refresher, you take an entire lane of buildings if you have a competent team.
So here's the Sand King
or the enemy is
these
incompetent.
creeps. So Sand King's other ability is this caustic venom.
Caustic Finale. Oh, they might get him here.
Puts a little poison on anything he hits, and when they die, they explode.
They might get him. They do get him.
Little poison cloud. Good job.
So the Caustic Finale, you poke it onto an enemy, and when they die, it explodes and does some extra damage. So they're max health as damage. So if you look, it does 22% of their max health as damage. So if you get a Caustic on like a big pudge, and then he blows up, that's a lot of damage in an AoE. It is big.
Yeah.
This could be trouble. This could be trouble.
Oh my
this is a dead Disruptor.
Disruptor's getting absolutely melted.
Ember's on his way to gank the DDSF. This should be good, guys. This should be great. This should be a good, fun moment. Oh no, he's decided against it. He's thought better of it. Oh no, he's going for the bounty. No, he's going back mid. He's going for the bounty route. No, he's going to farm.
We have a double damage.
This SF is having a great time.
Done a good job. He got those 2 early kills on Ember. Ember's done all right though, like contesting this and keeping him off doing too much. Oh my god, what's he doing? Got to be so careful around this Shadow Fiend, though.
You do.
Although, God, that was a risk. That was a real risk for old Shadow Fiend there. He's playing with fire.
Whoa!
Literally misses both raises. We've got a TP in from Shadow Shaman. Daff, if he knows where Shadow Fiend is, why is he?
No.
Did he TP out?
Just wondering about. Yeah, he did. The SF TP'd out. So Drow is having to hide under her tower because this guy with his ult can kill her. Here it comes.
Yep. Wham.
There it is. So Epicenter is a lot of fun. It does damage per pulse, 6 pulses, so 660 damage, and it slows their attacks. Very strong. Blah!
They're really going for Daff under this tower as well.
They have improved this here a lot, because one of the other things about Epicenter, but it was also a channeled spell, if the channel got interrupted, it still went on cooldown.
That's right.
Which was ridiculous. But with Sand King, it was always hard. You had to get a blink, you had to channel your Epi out of vision, and then you could come in. Whereas now you can go in with a stun, Sandstorm, and then channel your ult.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It doesn't matter. You can cast it again because it was so obnoxiously hard to land.
Look how easy that rotation was. Shadow Fiend didn't take a single piece of damage. He just walked in.
Strolled in.
So
didn't have to use his ult.
a classic thing to pick on Shadow Fiend because what you do is
this is old school.
You fly them up in the air. When you run under them and then you channel your ult, so they land on you as the ult goes off, and you take the huge damage from that ult because it's based on how close you are to Shadow Fiend when you take that damage.
It's true.
And then he raises you as you run away, you see. It's a very magic build.
That's a great stun from the Sand King. This is trouble. In comes there's the stun. Daff gets the snakes down though.
Trapped Sand
He's going to get a kill here.
Put the ward down. Well, that actually became okay, although...
Yeah, he got the kill. He did get the kill. This is going to be a brawl. This is going to be one hell of a brawl, this game. I would like to see Techies do something. He's just doing standard Techies things, which is thinking about Techies.
He's not
but he is
maximising his proximity mines, really. You sort of just want to throw lots of them down. Oh, here we go. Ember seems to know what he's doing, but got Yules.
Yeah, Ember did all right there.
See, the power that Yules let him escape, like... It's just a great item. I've seen Embers build Yules, actually, even though I feel like...
Yeah, that's quite common, especially against a Silence. The issue that he's going to have this game is Disruptor, because Disruptor is very strong against this hero. The whole point of Ember Spirit is that he wants to be able to cast spells. There, you saw the Silence? Disruptor standing in the Silence, and Ember is useless.
Wow. That was...
But they do pick him off. But you saw the power of it. Like, if he had taken it any levels in Kinetic Field, he might be able to live there.
Yeah, definitely. He would have run out of that, and no one could chase him.
So the Wraith King is going first item Blink, which is a really bad idea. He's going Blink Deso. I do, but you don't want to get first item Blink, and I'll tell you why. First of all, he doesn't do any damage. He blinks in, he's a stun, but this does not help him farm. He's the carry. He needs to build for later in the game. He needs to be given time and space. And he has initiation in the form of a Sand King who has a blink. But so he doesn't need that. And they also have...
like, going Yules.
Yeah, he can start fights, yeah. But also you've got a Disruptor who can keep the enemy contained so you can go up and wallop them. He doesn't need to rush a blink. That is the last thing he actually needs with the lineup that he's got. Look how slowly he's farming this camp.
I see.
I mean, if he had an armlet, for example, which is the normal thing that people get on Wraith King...
That 2,000 gold is not really helping his farm very much. But...
that Epicenter might do something. There comes a big stun.
He's got himself stuck.
He is a little stuck. Oh no, the stun missed. They're going to get it. The Ember, though, surely. Ember doesn't have a remnant. He does! Oh my god, Ember! If you had this spell, you goober! They do get him.
They got him anyway. But yeah,
Kinetic Field gives you
had
vision.
The armlet, he would have killed him.
Yeah, I think he would have.
Who's the biggest gibbon on the team?
Who's the biggest gibbon on the team? Arguably the Drow. But I think it's a team effort. It's a team game. Together we can be better.
But I mean, you know, he helped out, but as you saw, you don't want your carry to just be a blink stun. You want him to be enormous. And if he gets the Deso, it is going to hurt when he chunks them.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just feel like...
Your Sand King is doing
I would like to see something else.
And it's great in the mid-game.
Let the Sand King do it.
But it tails off a little bit.
So he needs to be the physical damage dealer later on. He's got the control.
I think when I play Psychic, I am still old school.
Oh, hello!
Whoa, shit, so did he use Drow and just ulted him from underneath?
He did the Yule's ult into 2 raises equals dead.
Oh, God. Just no reactions from the Hoodwink at all to save the Drow there. has a big AoE stun. Does nothing. Should get the Sand King here, though. There we go. That's something at least. We've got some more lockdown. We have. That pops the ult. Disruptor coming in on the back line. It's gonna...
Oh, there's Wraith King's ult is down. Disruptor trying to go on the hoodwink here. Can they do anything? This Wraith King's ult is down. They does need help. Oh, the raises! Dav dead!
Wraith King's trying to get out here. Pyrion dropping down. SF on the back lines coming in. Couple of raises. Giving the slaps. Ember doing some dodges. He's got a bottle cap. It'll be enough. No, he's Yulesed up.
Yeah, okay, that's the Yules. He's definitely dead. Question. So they changed Ember to have I think a slightly longer cast time on teleporting to his remnant lately, which means that he can't really get out as swiftly. You know, normally he'd come down from a Yules and instantly teleport to a remnant, but now there's like a little...
A cast point, I think they call it.
But I think that was necessary because he was just fairly unkillable with certain items.
I mean, you basically needed a fucking Hex to take care of him, or an instant stun like Shadow Shaman. I'll be interested to see what Dav gets in this game. This could be big trouble.
Oh god, poor old... Oh, look at it. He just walks up and ate.
Oh no, he's cliffed himself.
Devastating. He's godlike. And
no, Google, I'm not talking to you. Why did my phone wake up?
Sand King is... What is happening up here?
Yes, Dav.
Sand King is really...
Yes, Dav.
So Ember was stuck up there. Sand King then got himself stuck up there. Shadow Fiend was just down... right-clicking anyone that comes by.
This disruptor.
What glimpse was that? That was.
I don't know.
Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything.
Come on, Drow! Do something!
Drow's here. She's
Drow,
turned up.
get cast off! No! Drow, you're a gibbon.
She looks at it. She decides.
She's just running around in circles.
Not even farming.
Drow.
So much space on the map, and she's come to watch the enemy.
I mean, let's say you're chasing after someone. When you get glimpse at max level and you get like this, like a keen optic or a telescope, you get an ether lens, you can glimpse people from so fucking far away.
It's so
it's
strong
actually
in these
ridiculous
games because it means you could just gank anyone. If someone shows on the map, you can head over there with someone else on your team, glimpse them back, and you just got them. You know.
Oh, hello.
So powerful.
Also, the other powerful thing about Glimpse that people forget is it helps with channeled spells. For example, if you're up against a Shadow Shaman who's standing there shackling someone and you don't have a stun, you can Glimpse him and it cancels his channel because it moves him away.
So that was the Shadow Fiend blink there, I think.
That was the episode. Yeah, he's got the blink.
You do need coordination with your team. So he's going Yule's blink, BKB, and he's
run
11-0. On the Shadow Fiend.
He's dominating.
This is out of control. So what we need is Daff to hex him.
To do what? Oh no! Slag is in trouble.
Daff has to...
Oh, the gust from Drow!
This is great. This is great. Daff, get the Shadow Fiend. Oh, he got Yulesed. Oh, Daff.
No!
He doesn't have
just
enough
too
team.
Slow.
Where is team?
I cannot believe Hoodwink wasn't there for that.
I shouldn't. That was silly. That was bad positioning from me. I admit that.
It was terrible positioning. They were all out. Maybe in some way you created space.
She can scurry. She can scurry over.
Where is team?
But she didn't. She's got to farm a Maelstrom, dude. Look, that's exactly what she's doing. She's going Dragonlance Maelstrom because that's what you do on a Hoodwink. For fuck's sake, it drives me up the cocking wall.
Seeing this 11 or 12-0 Shadow Fiend on like 20% life. And just wanting to.
He is worth so much money. Like it's almost like looking at a stack of bounty runes and just going, eh. Please tell me you have dust. He does.
This Ember seems to know what he's doing.
He's certainly given it a bloody good go.
There's a Hoodwink stun into the.
Whoa! She stole the kill. Can they get this lad? They might be able to.
Here's Wraith King, and here's the Disruptor.
But the Disruptor's absolutely gooned it.
Of course, Tombstone is not here. It's around the corner.
The SF is going to kill young Davnard. They got him.
But he is getting zombie.
Oh, hello.
He's used himself. Techies turns up. Undying's dead to Wraith King. That's bad. Shadow Fiend's hitting the Tombstone. Oh, God. They just don't seem to have enough.
They're too far behind. The problem with that fight was they didn't have the key people they needed near the front, and they have very little beef. Like if you look at the enemy team, Shadow Fiend he's not beefy, but he's at least hard to kill. Wraith King has 2 lives. Sand King, pretty beefy, hard to kill.
Very hard.
With the Sandstorm and with the Blink and the stuns. They don't have any jump because they've got this Undying Hoodwink off lane. They basically need to catch the enemy out. Their initiation will eventually come from someone like Shadow Shaman getting a Blink, but this is a dead guy. This SF is definitely killable, but they haven't got the initiation has to be on the Ember Spirit, which is not ideal.
They kind of don't think he's a threat, though. They're going for like other targets, it feels like. Or
I think they're just going for whatever they can see.
They're not seeing him when he's low and nearby, because he's squishy, that Shadow Fiend. He will die. He's not got BKB yet.
Indeed.
Here's the ult. Epicenter goes in. Ember just wants to kill himself, but gets healed. Is going to die to Wraith King anyway, and Shadow Fiend.
This SF is 14-0 now.
14. It's just such a juicy. The techies. Oh, they're on his team. Okay.
It's the natural instinct.
I was
of
like,
techie
gets 1,500 gold, like, or whatever. I was just like, I shit myself temporarily.
For me, it's the same thing. If I'm playing with a Jakiro, I instinctively stand out of the macro pyre, even though I don't need to. If I'm playing against Willow, I dodge around the crown of thorns on the ground. I just can't help myself. Like, it's just instinct. You see that certain things, your brain says run, and then your upper brain says no, wait, these are friendly. This is one remote mine. This is so disappointing.
This is pretty
Techies has done basically
well,
nothing. Techies is just doing and has done nothing.
But they got distracted.
Oh, the big silence. He didn't use his BKB first.
So Ember
the SK misses too. There's the glimpse, though, back into the silence. But the Ember's able to zip away.
Well, there's the blink.
He's
stun.
out of remnants. He's out of remnants.
Roche casually stunned
the silence
there, just to try and help Ember out a bit. Roche is on the Radiant's team. It feels
they're going to go for this here. I smell a go for it.
Nothing can be done about this Roche right now.
So I just put fucking snakes down.
Nothing can be done about this Roche now.
Daff wants to.
If Daff gets the snakes down,
in there.
Nothing can be done.
There's the snakes. He's been used. He's going to explode to Shadow Fiend's ult, though. And the snakes don't do anything.
No, level 1 snakes.
They're just helping out.
I mean, you can accelerate your loss by going in when nothing can be done. It's true.
Tell me the Wraith King didn't take it, you fucking goon!
What? Yes, it's definitely 18-0 Shadow Fiend or whatever. 17-0.
So stupid.
17-0. Oh my gosh! You've got a feel for the Radiant right now, like thinking how are they going to come back from this. There's a hopeful tombstone, but it's a defensive tombstone. See, Undying's putting it down, wanting it to be not killed, but it's not really having an impact if they're not going to engage into it. It's a bit like the Pugna Ward. You need to be quite careful where you place it, so it actually gets impact. And now they're going to fight here, of course, nowhere near the tombstone, and it's going to have 0 impact. And
he dead.
Ember's just going to die in the silencer, in the disruptor silence. See, that's why it's powerful, that disruptor silence. You just kill Ember with it.
Yeah. It's very strong.
He's doing a good job. I mean, he's dying, like, out of position, but
he's done all right.
He's pressed R when he needed to on the people he needed to press it on. And that's fine in my book.
So look at the armor of the tower is lowered by 6 because of the presence of the Dark Lord.
So of course, Wraith King very happy dying. Oh, Daff gets stunned out of his shackle and he's going to have to run now. He's in the sandstorm. Wraith King, oh god, he's going to kill him as well. But this is the Aegis now, so he's still alive. Man, look at the
SF, be careful!
See, Drow actually managed to get a couple of kills, but very sadly limping away from Wraith King there. Why was she so slow? Got him though.
Wow.
Okay.
They did get him. So the stun has a slow effect on it as well, I believe. So it's only 2 seconds, but it will slow you. I mean, this techies is just non-existent. That could be their way back into the game. Is about they have a techies. Look at this.
Oh my god!
Look at this.
Built arcane.
He's got the arcane blink. So you saw how quick his ult went off.
I've never seen
it's so
that.
Nuts.
This is the full magical Shadow Fiend. So forget the right click. This is the classic magic damage Shadow Fiend.
This is it. It's the pub stomp SF. They're going in here.
See, that's
this Undying really needs to carry some dust. Oh, they get the Silencio down.
Interesting silence, but it doesn't matter because Shadow Fiend is absolutely devastating.
My god!
Do you see that? He blinked in and just blew up Ember. Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty devastating.
Hoodwink
this is why people play Hoodwink. That is why. For that and that alone.
Well,
it's like, oh, do this. Oh, she did kill him, but that was it. Just a useless fucking hero. Can't stand her.
Now, Disruptor's died quite a lot, but in the name of progress, in the name of being out of
his team are crushing it. His team are absolutely crushing it.
So yeah, I mean, Techies is basically might as well not be in the game.
Look at the net worth of SF. He is 5k ahead of his carry because he's got so many kills.
Well, he's in every fight. He's in. Yeah. And then he's out again.
He's doing it right. He's literally there.
He's 20-0. Well, Wraith King's like 8 or 10-2, isn't he, as well? 9-2.
I'm still really appalled that the Aegis went to this useless Wraith King instead of the absolutely dominating SF, who, on a 20 streak, I really can't wait to see how much money he's worth if he dies. It'd be like 1,300 gold or something like that.
Yeah, but whoever kills him... But this is
the longer your kill streak
mechanic of Dota, right? Like, see, they can kill
they get a kill!
They've got a drow, like, a couple of kills going their way. Boom. There's the dead Daff.
Dead. Revenge!
What can he do about that? Oh, okay. BKB immediately. See, he's being a bit careful not to lose this streak as well now. He's playing a bit more cagey. Here's
Wraith King's ult used.
Drow is able to kill him, despite the fact that she's lower level.
Yeah. She's still a Drow. Drow and Hoodwink between them, like next to each other, will put out a lot of damage.
Oh my god, look at that play!
Yeah, the arcane blink means there's almost no cast point for his shit, so he's just like zap, zap, zap.
Wow, he hit all 3 of those.
She needs a BKB super urgently. If she doesn't get a BKB, this game is legit over. Like, I could see her going for something stupid like a Daedalus or something like that.
Oh, that was terrifying. That zap, zap, zap. God, poor Drow.
The arcane blink, when it came out, the whole reduction of cast point and cooldown, it felt like it was made for SF and SF alone, because very few heroes benefited from it the same way that he did, and it is a very expensive item. Yeah. Arcane blink is very expensive. It's like 5.5k or something, so it's 6.8k. So to give you some idea of how much that is, a rapier costs 5.95k. So it's more expensive than a rapier, which is generally considered like the biggest crazy item that you can get in the game. Arcane Blink is nearly a 7k item. That's insane.
Yeah, even like
and it was like
cheaper, right?
Yeah, but it was like, who needs this? Why is it so important? And it was
Is that you just instantly kill your enemy like 1?
Just blew him up.
2. Jesus Christ.
Wow, this lad is absolutely storming it. 25-0.
25. I don't think they're going to be able to stop it now.
No, it's.
Oh, there we go. A little tickle on Yules for some reason afterwards. Wraith King trying to get Hoodwink dead. Techie's coming in to just blow up the buildings. Sand King wants to kill. Sand King actually does benefit from Arcane Blink as well. I'm trying to think of other heroes who do.
I don't think he does.
Well, because the epicenter channel, you blink in.
Yeah, but it's not enough. I mean, at max level, it's 130 damage per pulse. Don't get me wrong, that's not nothing. But that gives him time to pop a BKB after the stun and dodge a lot of the damage. If you think about SF ult, he blink ults you. If you don't have a BKB, that's your ass. Oh, this could be his end. No, he's too quick. These raises. Some of these raises are hilarious.
Just in case. He feels like he can. Here comes Ember. This is a foolish mistake.
Ember is out of remnants and out of mana.
But the
glimpse is going to save
Disruptor, but probably also save Ember.
Oh,
this was actually a mistake. But Shadow Fiend, the other team,
he's okay.
We can't capitalize on it.
Picks up his 26th kill.
They're so conservative. Daff, does he have a blink or anything?
Disruptor has bought an Orchid. I've never seen this.
Is this just to be even more annoying for Ember?
I don't know. It's really stupid. Yeah, I would never do this.
Well, this is why he's died 11 times. I mean, he hasn't got Force Stuff or a Glimmer or any way to keep himself alive.
Yeah, he's
just waddling around the map dying.
Undying has bought a pipe
instead of green.
I mean, honestly, but look at the Hoodwink building like a right clicker. She's building it like she's Drow. and she's actually taking farm from Drow. I will say this: Drow is second bottom in net worth.
Yeah.
So and she's now building a fucking Shadow Blade.
Which is
so the Drow is next to useless.
Items.
But the Hoodwink is stealing farm from her. That's probably not the best idea.
No, I mean Hoodwink just doesn't.
She is 7 and 6.
Hoodwink can really dominate in the mid
her...
game, but you could just out carry Hoodwink every time.
Well, so you just blow her up. Like, she's super squishy with no defensive items. How does she survive SF?
Well, let's find out.
He needs his team. He could be too cocky here. Oh, nice dodge.
He got away in time, but he's refreshed.
He refreshed.
Ooh.
Oh my god, he's got a refresher.
I mean, it's a winnable game. Oh, there we go. There you go. You saved your friend. You did a glimmer. You saved your friend.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that was scary to see that. The ult, the Arcane Blink ult into the Arcane Blink ult.
Oh, terrifying.
Here comes Ember. Shadow Fiend just heals himself up in the air, and then here comes
Look at Techies.
all of the silences.
Why didn't he silence on top of that? He just stood around. What an utter goon. This Techies is really triggering me. They did kill the SK. They got the full lane. They can back it up here. He was more determined to put down a single prox mine than to silence on top of the Ember. It just does my nut. Hello.
Nope. Shadow Fiend once more.
Ah, no reveal! Dab with the glimmer!
Glimmers away. Very nice. You've got to be quick to press that when Shadow Fiend's getting you. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, but he's just trying to do it on his own.
Oh, Hoodwink
there we go.
Dies in the Disruptor Circle of Doom. 28-0.
Yeah, their lineup is really awful though.
Oof. The Hoodwink arrow hits poor Disruptor. This used to be the pincushion of the
Here it comes!
Team. Blam. Oh, he wants to
they might get him!
He wants to throw it all away.
He is 28-0.
He's got no self-regen.
Oh. Here goes the Ember. Is he going to get him?
This is it. How much money is he going to get away?
He's alive. He's fine.
He's going back in.
He's riding the lightning, Lewis. He's riding the lightning. I'm surprised he hasn't got an Ags if he's going for this ult build. I think he could have got one.
Improves the ult, does it?
Yeah. It makes it return back to you and heal you. The wave back deals less damage, but all the damage it deals, it heals SF. So, I mean, he gets his ult off and he basically heals back up to full.
Maybe he thinks he's just getting an Aghanim's blessing from Roche at this point. He doesn't need to buy it himself.
Maybe, but it'll be 2 more Roches, I mean.
Well, but they did a Roche relatively early. It's only 36 minutes.
Roche has True Sight, you idiot.
Well, it does damage. Why is this Sand ult so big? Has he got a shard?
No, it's the talent. Increases the radius by 150. Oh, hello.
Okay, that didn't
They dodged that. Refreshed. That's a dead hood nut. Nut wink down.
Not sure he needed to use both ults to blow up Hoodwink, but
it's fun though, isn't it?
It is fun. It is fun. And there's
he's in again.
Just to deal with those creeps.
What? Big question marks.
Thump. Oh, yeah, his right click isn't as scary as...
Oh, he bought an Aeon disc! He bought a fucking Aeon disc!
I guess just to keep him alive, keep his win streak going. It's on cooldown. I mean, who's going on him and blowing him up? It's not like Legion Commanders on their team or anything, you know.
He's 31-0!
What are these emotes? Yeah, it feels like they accidentally ran into someone who could play Shadow Fiend here, because he seems to be pretty competent. He's done this before.
There were a lot of problems this draft, in terms of how they start fights, how they ever catch the Shadow Fiend. Oh. He does die. He is enormous. 32-0. What a performance!
I don't think I've seen scored that high in a while. Well, there you go.
And there's your stupid music at the end as well.
I don't know why that is happening. I'll see if I can turn it off.
Shocking.
I don't know why that happens.
Well, that was an absolute pasting for Team Dav. I mean, there's no two ways about it. That's just a whipping.
Poor Dav. This lad, we haven't got any comments.
Crushed the game. I mean, I think there was really very little that he could do in that game. I always think at this level, and I'm sure people will disagree with me, but at this level of Dota, if you look at the difference that they had on this team, even though the SK went 4-11, He had a blink. He built Greaves for some accursed reason. I don't fully understand why you would just rush a fucking Greaves, but whatever. The point is that this hero started fights. They had a way to get in there and catch people. There is no catch here other than throwing in the Ember Spirit. And until Ember Spirit gets a BKB, he's very vulnerable to Disruptor. You want someone that can go in there, stun 2 or 3 heroes, and start a fight. Or counter-initiate if a fight starts. What they have for counter-initiation, which is you get jumped by SK. SF is in there and he's about to ult. You need people with stuns on the spot to instantly interrupt that stuff, like Sand King. And they just didn't have it. Things like Disruptor whacking down his ult. I've never seen this. Bots Orchid.
I'm very shaken about this whole game. It was so weird.
The SF was out of control.
But it didn't look like he was unkillable at any time. It just looked like the Radiant team was so scared of him, they were unwilling to just commit to getting down, or that there was just a Wraith King and a Sand King in their face, distracting them.
Exactly. But whereas they had, the only real thing that Dav's team had to stop these situations where there was a fight spiraling out of control was Tombstone. That's it. That's the only crowd control really that they've got, is they put down Tombstone and just hope the enemy doesn't click it. And then they're slowed a little bit. But other than that, it's like, meanwhile, Dav has to stand there and fucking shackle someone, and they've got like a million ways to stop that happening. Techies can suicide in, Wraith King can stun, Disruptor can glimpse him or use his silence, Sand King can stun him, SF can use him. So Dav is basically a non-factor. The best he can do is stick down his snakes and hope that they can do enough damage, but he's too low level. He's the lowest level in the game. He doesn't offer this crowd control that they need. Ember Spirit had a really tough start to the game, gave up first blood, just walking around next to SF getting raised, which was bizarre. And then sort of stabilized a bit, but he kept trying to fight alone, and no one could keep up with him. That's the other problem, is Ember can catch from miles away with his remnants. Who else is catching up? Dav doesn't have a blink, Hoodwink is not involved, Undying is waddling around, so the fight starts, Ember goes in, shackles someone, he's like, go, let's fight. His team gets there, and all of a sudden their crowd control is gone, the heroes are loose, and they've got enough counter-initiation and stuns that they can lock the entire team down. Real problems. This draft, I hate this draft.
The problem with the Hoodwink as well was that we saw, I think if your team are fighting, you have to be with them, or else you getting an extra 200 gold in the jungle, is not going to help if you can be there and get a death on the 16-0 Shadow Fiend, right? Who's limping away on 10 hit points. If you're there as Hoodwink in that fight, you could change that fight and you could turn the game around. Right?
Instead, she built a fucking Linkers. Look, this is like carry shit. So, she's even got the Brigand's Blade. She thinks she's the carry. And here's the problem is, she got 8 kills, but she did nothing for her team. Nothing. She was farming for herself. She was itemizing for herself. She was not helping them at all. If you look at hero damage done, Techies did 9k hero damage. That's nothing.
And 3k building damage.
Yeah. But somehow, Dav did even less. He was a non-factor in this game. He did absolutely nothing in this game. But what could he do? He can't get into the fights. He basically needed a blink.
I should mention is that even if you do end up with these picks on your team, you have to itemize for the picks that you've got.
You have
right?
to.
And you can fix a bad draft with the right items. But you have to.
This is always going to be hard. But the Techies was a non-factor. It was essentially 4v5. If they had played it that way, some clever smokes, some good itemizations like a blink on Dav, or Hoodwink going in there and catching a couple of people out, it's possible. But it's a very hard game. The other thing was, I watched Hoodwink stealing farm from Drow the whole game. Drow was useless. Let's not be about the bush. The Drow was useless in this game. But that doesn't help. And these items don't help. Going for a fucking Shadow Blade, she needed a BKB. A lot of these heroes needed BKBs, and they just didn't get them. The Ember should have got a BKB. But he was just broke. Dude had a net worth of 9k. That's because they were fighting the whole time, and he was going in alone. Disaster.
Well,
look at the graph.
You said it was going to be a scrappy game, like 10 minutes in, and it just was.
Messy
it was
one.
just. But I think you get this kind of game at this tier. Like everyone is just fighting all the fucking time.
Lewis, they were behind the entire game. There was very little.
It was a classic snowball game where they got more and more out of control, and there was never even the slightest hint of a turnaround. Like there was, it never swung back. They never managed to get any
Yeah,
Like
there was no glimmer of hope.
No.
There was none. But for Dav's team, this was not the second coming of Jesus. This was evil Jesus who'd come back.
It was
to just
evil
ruin
Jesus who
things.
came back to steal everyone's farm and ruin the game. Yeah, fucking guy. Right.
Damn. Well, we'll see you next
See you
time.
later.